Well, welcome, friends. It's a Monday afternoon, and we took off from Vancouver, where we landed yesterday. Very hot summer Vancouver. We took off 1 hour and 26 minutes ago, and we are headed to Ogden, Utah. Ogden-Hinckley Airport, KOGD, Kilo Oscar Golf Delta. We'll enter our relevant frequencies right now. The ILS, we are landing on ILS runway 03 at Ogden, and that frequency is 111.7. And the VOR, which is just to the west of the airport, is 115.7. So we'll enter that. We'll switch bearing 2 over to nav 2 and see if we've got it. There it is, OGD, 40.2 nautical miles from that VOR transmitter. A beautiful summer day here and beautiful outside. There we are, flying over the Great Salt Lake. Looks fantastic. Nice reflections. Ogden, just northeast of Salt Lake City. Beautiful weather. Well, nice and warm anyway. 90 degrees and sunny. Winds out of the northeast. 16 miles an hour in Ogden. Hence our landing on runway 03. Runway length, 8,107 feet. We'll be exiting right. Minimums, we can go ahead and enter those. We're obviously not going to need them, but it's good practice to enter them regardless. Barometric minimums are 4740. Got those entered in now. We're cleared down to 8,000 feet. Continue slowing here as we pass. As you can see, we are cleared down to 8,000 feet, and we are at 18,200 feet, descending at 2,200 feet per minute, down to 8,000. See that arrow right there is pointing towards the OGD VOR.
Nearest altimeter, 3007.
Betty says the nearest altimeter is 3007. Let's see if that's right. 3007. Nice job, Betty. Nice job, Sim. Continue slowing. It's at 265. We're at 17,000 feet. Now we are 48 miles left. There's 48 miles left on this route. Normally at 50 miles you expect to be at 15,000 feet, but airport elevation at Ogden is 4,473 feet, so that has to work into your analysis. Approach course 034. We'll set that on the HDG just so we have a reference here. There it is. Right there. Making a big left turn, as you can obviously tell. This is the approach. In terms of the approach plate, Joseph. At Joseph, we need to be at no lower than 8,000 feet. And at Wolfie, 6,000 feet. Distance from Joseph to Wolfie, 9.3 nautical miles. Distance from Wolfie to the airport, 4.6 nautical miles, for a grand total of 13.9 nautical mile final, which I like. The mountains look fantastic. Really, really good. The scenery's just been looking incredible. And by the way, can I mention something else? I hesitate to say it because I don't want to jinx anything, but I've not noticed the oscillation roll that we've been dealing with. I don't know if they fixed it in the latest patch or what, but I've not noticed the oscillation roll. So that's great news. 40 miles left on this route. We're at 14,000 feet. The functional equivalent of 10,000 feet, however, because of the airport elevation. See what happens here as we close in on 8,000 feet, which is what we were cleared down to. 8,000 feet, really what that means, since we got to compute AGL into our numbers. That's about 3,600 feet. Oh, those mountains look great. Wow. I've never been to Salt Lake City. Little window shot here. What do you think? Oh, wow. That looks great. Little screenshot. Passengers' view is not the most exciting. There's Salt Lake City, darling. Or Salt Lake, rather, there's the Great Salt Lake, darling. Okay, let's continue slowing as we close in on 10,000 feet here. We'll slow to 250. The MFD right now, range is set to 35 nautical miles. Let's bring that down to 10. As we get ready to make our big left turn, we'll turn off our bank limiter. Not needed at these altitudes. Airspeed's good now, 250. 250, it's set at 250 anyway, and it looks like we're slowing nicely, 252. See if we have any info from the ILS yet. Bearing 1 set to nav 1, and there it is. Let me zoom in on that because I know it's hard to see. IOGD. That's the identifier for the ILS. That's great. Okay, we'll contact approach. Continue slowing. 30 miles out. 9,600 feet. We'll shallow out the descent rate now. 1,500 feet per minute. 3007, that's confirmed. That's set both on this altimeter using this knob right here and also on our standby altimeter, both set to 3007. The left turn coming. Everything looks fantastic. Really pretty. Utah. Looking really good. Okay, we're getting glide slope information now, showing us below the glide slope. That's fine. It's kind of what you like. And remember, we were cleared down to 8,000 feet. Not surprisingly, because according to the published approach plate at Joseph right here, JOSIF, we need to be no lower than 8,000 feet. So that's why they gave us that number. It was not selected at random. Once we make that left turn at Joseph, we're on final. So we're just going to hold at 8,000 right here. I expect our next descent instruction will be to 6,000 feet because that's the published approach altitude at Wolf or Wolfie, whatever, W-U-L-F-E, however you pronounce that right here. Keep our airspeed up here as we close in on that final left turn. Are receiving, as I mentioned, both ILS info and VOR info. IOGD is the ILS, OGD is the VOR, 17.5 to the ILS, 13.8 to the VOR, reflecting the fact that the VOR is not located at the airport. Both of these arrows right here pointing to their respective transmitters. All right. Straight and level right now, 8,000 feet. We'll zoom in here one more time down to 5. Sunlight looks phenomenal. Keep an eye out for other aircraft, but I'm not seeing anything. Let's get our landing lights on. Let's go ahead and depressurize. We're at 8,000 feet. That's fine. Start slowing now as we close in. Getting ready to make that left turn. Don't want to start our, even though our final is long, 14 miles. Don't want to be going too fast. Okay, there's the tower handoff. Fantastic. A little kind of a weird right turn here, you can see, before we begin the left turn at Joseph. That's okay, though.
Ogden Tower, Cessna, November Tree 4 Tree Bravo, Whiskey 15 miles southwest inbound ILS runway tree approach.
Okay, here comes the big left turn as we begin to go for turn final. 057 at 30. Wow, that's gusty. Winds are out of the northeast, though, and that's what we like. At 30, gusting to 30. Gusting to 30. Look at that. Looks beautiful, right? Okay, we're turning final, gang. So, let's continue slowing. Let's get down to our flap speed, 180. Showing 13.1 nautical miles to the airport. Everything's going very smoothly right now. Reconfirm our landing lights are on. Let's get down to that flap speed. There we go. Okay. All right. So we'll go look out the window here. Let's go this one. There's Salt Lake City. There's Salt Lake Airport, KSLC right there. Okay, notch of flaps. Good. We are perfectly established on the glide slope. Let's switch over to nav. Oh, it's already switched. All right, let's switch over to APPR. And boom, just like that. GS. Excellent, excellent. Great news. Okay, good. This is going very well. Airport right there. There's the runway. We're established on the glide slope. We'll continue slowing. It's at 170. Showing us now 10 nautical miles out. Let's go outside. Beautiful, huh? Here. Outstanding. All right, gears down. Let's go ahead and do another notch of flaps. And we'll continue slowing. Approach speed. According to my settings when I set this flight up, Speedbugs VAP 146. Okay. Set 146. We had a 3:30 arrival time. Sorry, 4:30 arrival time here in Ogden, Utah. 4:30 p.m. local time. That is 22:30. And my goodness gracious, UTC's 22:28, and we had a 4:30 arrival time scheduled. So that's nice to see. Set our MFD range at 2. And airspeed is now set correctly at 146. And we'll go full flaps now outside.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey Wind 058 at Tree 0. Clear to land runway tree.
It's not really clear to land runway 3. Says WO Whiskey. It's not really at 30. The winds aren't really 30 knots out of the northeast. The sim reports gusting winds, not sustained winds. So that is what it is. We have our airspeed set at 146, as you can see right there, but it's at 140, so let's bring that up a little bit. Got to compensate for density altitude, because we are at high altitude, comparatively, and it's warm out. 27 degrees outside right now, at this elevation, here in the airplane. We're going to disconnect the auto throttle now. Get our airspeed 146. Don't want to be going too slow. They're all lined up beautifully. There it is. I see. Oh, it's a Vasi. Red over white. Very good. That's what you want to see. Oh, look at this.
2 mile final, runway 03.
2 mile final. Wait for the 500 call out, which will happen momentarily, and then we'll disconnect the autopilot. Airspeed looks good. 149, 148. Winds are 13 knots coming at us like this.
500.
Call out.
500.
Autopilot.
Autopilot.
Okay, I have the airplane. Windy, though. Feeling it. A lot of turbulence coming in over the mountains today, too. Definitely feeling that crosswind. Got red over white on the Vasi. That's good. Oh, it is windy. 16, 17 knots now. Wow. Red over white on the Vasi. We're perfect. Vasi still looks good. Airspeed looks good. Wind. Crazy winds. Oof. Come on. There we go. All right. I cannot make that turn. I would like to make that turn, but it's not even remotely realistic. Okay, wow. Whew. Boy, I tell you, that's exciting stuff. Let's zoom in here on the MFD. It's like we're going all the way to the end, my friends. Yet again. Beautiful scenery, though. My goodness.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey turn and taxi.
Let's bring in those spoilers. There they come. And we'll exit to the right there. Yeah, I was really feeling that wind on final. I mean, it was pretty dramatic. Throwing us around a little bit. Okay, we'll exit right.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey exit runway when able.
Yes, sir. I'm on it. Come on, repopulate this taxiway, please.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey contact ground on 121.7.
Where our arrows went.
121.7 for Cessna 3 Bravo.
Contact ground. And parking.
Ogden ground Cessna November 34 Bravo Whiskey taxi to parking.
Cessna November 34 Bravo.
Bring in those
Whiskey
flaps.
taxi to general aviation parking via taxiway.
4:32 p.m. On time arrival.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via taxiway Alpha Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Turn off our timer. 1 hour 42 minutes. Sim estimated 1 hour 28 minutes, but that was wheels up, wheels down. I started our timer a little bit before we. Our arrows are back. That's good. A little bit before we started our takeoff roll, and ended our timer a little after our takeoff roll. But let's see when we drop to the logbook screen what it says regarding our actual flight time. Again, the sim estimated 1 hour and 28 minutes to go from Vancouver to Ogden, and as I said, welcome to Ogden. Ogden-Hinckley. I always kind of feel like that name Hinckley is forever infamous. It's that guy who shot Reagan. All right, we're only 0.3 of a mile from our parking space, so let's go. All right, well, that was fun, and that went very well. That was a nice approach. Floated a little bit on the landing, landed kind of long, but with the winds, that doesn't surprise me. We had plenty of runway, as you saw. All right. This was fun. As always. My goodness, how I love this sim. Ooh, okay, there's our parking space. Ramp 131, don't forget that, everybody. We'll need that tomorrow when we start our next flight, or maybe not tomorrow, but on our next flight, we'll need to know where we're coming from. Ramp 131. Okay, so we're going to make a big sharp left turn here. Let's try to do this as gracefully as possible. Oh God, they still haven't fixed the runway lights, or the taxiway lights on the center line. That's funny. Okay, all right, you guys ready? Let's turn off our taxi light. Don't need that. Okay, and there's our guy right there. There's the marshal. Come on, there we go. It's a sharp turn. Damn. Boy, they didn't give us a lot of room to work with here on our turn, did they? Okay, and that's that. Parking brake and right engine and pedostatics off. Lights. Go outside, make sure everything's good. See how we did all right, parking wise. I mean, I did follow their instructions in my defense. That looks okay. Beautiful. Welcome to Ogden, Utah. Happy to be here. Big old plane to this airport. Wow. Fantastic. Okay. Well, listen, thanks for joining us on this fun flight. Every flight's fun in November 343 Bravo Whiskey. All right. Time to drop the logbook screen. Left engine. Let's see. Was it 1 hour and 28 minutes? It was 1 hour 39 minutes. Wow. 11 minutes longer than the sim predicted. I wonder where that is. We definitely had some winds aloft, but nothing that would seem to account for a 10-minute delay. But anyway, welcome, and we'll see where we go next. But this was fun flight back in the U.S., back in Utah, kind of crisscrossing the Rocky Mountains, the Pacific Northwest, and glad to be here. So we'll see you soon. Have a good one.